Hey guys, what's up? Oh my god, there's dust everywhere. Hold on. Hey guys, what's up? It's Kat and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are discussing my holiday/Christmas TBR. So these are all of the books that I want to read during this holiday season. I don't know about you, but I am very deep into trying to get myself into the Christmas spirit. So I figured this was the perfect time to jump right in and get it started. Without further ado, grab your sugar cookie almond milk latte, your peppermint mocha, your hot chocolate. The dust everywhere is really killing me, I'm sorry. Grab a cozy blanket, cuddle up on the couch. I hope you're in a colder place than I am because I'm sweating and I live in Massachusetts. Anyway. The first half of this video is going to be my physical TBR, so this is all of the holiday, Christmas, winter, snow books that I've collected over the past few years that I haven't gotten to, and some that I've already read, so I can tell you a little bit about those and my thoughts on them. And then the second half of the video is all of the books that are either being released or have just recently been released that I don't own yet. Let's get into it. Starting us off, we actually have my current read. This is the Bromance Book Club by Lyssa Kay Adams, and you're probably like, Kat, that is not a holiday book. What are you talking about? It's not, you're right. But it is the first book in a series that ends with a Christmas book. I'm pretty sure this is just the Bromance Book Club series, and it consists of 5 books following 5 different couples. I currently own all 5, but I haven't read a single one. I'm currently reading the Bromance Book Club, which, like I said, is the first book in the series. Basically, it's the best concept I've ever heard. The first book follows Thea and Gavin, and they have been married for like 4 years or something, 5, I think, I don't know. And they have 2 twin daughters. It was kind of a shotgun wedding. She found out she was pregnant. They got married because of it. They live in Nashville, and he plays for the Nashville Legends, which is a Major League Baseball team. Over the course of the 5 years, they kind of fall out of love for each other, and they start arguing and stuff like that, and they just aren't as close as they used to be. And then one night they are doing their thing, and he discovers that she's been faking their entire marriage, basically. And then eventually she's like, you know what, I want a divorce, and she kicks him out. This is when he's recruited by Nashville's secret book club filled with men who are very notorious in Nashville. CEOs, actors, like singers. It's giving like mafia vibes, but it's a book club. I hate the way it's described on the back. It says Nashville's top alpha men. But don't let that like scare you, because that's really bad. But it's really not that bad, I promise. It's like not like that. Each member of this club has gone through a struggle in their relationship with their wife, girlfriend, fiance, whatever. And they have read a book in their book club that has helped them figure out how to get their girl back. The books help them to learn about their significant others, learn about how they think, how they act, why they act that way, why they say certain things, how they're affected by the things that they say. Oh my god, it's actually so hot. I'm 140 pages in, chapter 11, and I kick and scream and giggle at this book because it's so attractive. Like, these men are just so self-aware of like the things that they say, how they treat women. It's a lot. Like, it's overwhelming in a good way, I promise. They basically are trying to get him to figure out how to get Thea back. So far, I'm really liking it. Another thing that I love about this book, we get like snippets of the books that they're reading in the book club. At least in this book they do. I don't know if they do it in the whole series or just this one. In this book they're reading Courting the Countess, which you kind of see on the cover, and you get like a whole like chapter of that book, which I think is so cool. The second one is Undercover Bromance. This one follows Mac and Liv, who are both prominent characters in the first one. Mac is one of the only people who I believe hasn't gone through a relationship struggle, and then Liv, who is Thea's sister from the first book. This is a kind of enemies to lovers, I believe. And then the third book is Crazy Stupid Bromance. We have Alexis and Noah, who I have no idea how they relate to the story, but I'm sure we'll meet them later on. And she's a cat cafe owner. What? This is a best friends to lovers, I think. This one is called Isn't It Bromantic? Oh my god! Okay, so I was reading the back and it was really confusing me for a second, and then I figured it out. This follows Vlad and Elena, who are both from Russia, but they moved to Nashville, and I'm pretty sure that they are in a fake arranged, or not arranged, but like a marriage of convenience, where Elena is trying to escape something in Russia and Vlad needs to move to Nashville for hockey. Vlad plays hockey, guys. Vlad plays hockey. Just wait though, because Vlad plays hockey, but listen to this. With his passion for romance novels, it was only a matter of time before Vlad wrote one. Hockey player turned romance novelist? You're kidding. And his goal is to make her fall in love with him. That's what where the Bromance Book Club comes in, I believe, is to help him try to do that. Very looking forward to this. And then the last one is A Very Merry Bromance, which is the only book pertaining to this video. But I wanted to talk about the whole series because I'm currently reading it and I love it. This one follows Gretchen and Colton. Colton is like a well-known artist in Nashville, and Gretchen is some sort of like immigration attorney. I don't really know what that means, but this one's giving like matchmaking, strangers to lovers, romance book club, putting them together vibes. That's what I'm getting from the back. I don't know. The writing is in third person, which is my least favorite type of writing, but you know it's good when I am reading a third person and I'm actually enjoying it. I wanted to read this series now so that I could get to this book when it came to Christmas. Also, I don't know if you guys can see them, but they are so cute. Next up, we have In a Holidays by Christina Lauren. I recently read The Paradise Problem by Christina Lauren, and I absolutely devoured this book, and it made me realize how much I actually love Christina Lauren's writing. So hopefully that'll influence me to read In a Holidays this Christmas. This book follows May in a snowy Utah cabin. All I know is that she really hates her life before going to Utah, goes to Utah, gets super excited, somehow winds up in a time loop, and it is repeating the same day over and over and over again. And every time it ends in some sort of significant accident, like a car crash or something, and winds up back on the plane going to Utah over and over. That's all I know about this book. I literally know nothing else. I don't know the male main character's name. I don't know anything. Next up, I have Single All the Way by Kate Watson. I actually read this last holiday season and I loved it. This book follows Julia and Nate, who are two people who live in the same apartment building, and I don't think he really likes her that much, but they wind up getting stuck in an elevator together. They're trapped together for like 8 hours. Pause. Basically, I realized that what I told you about this book is completely inaccurate, so let me tell you. First off, them being stuck in an elevator for like 8 hours is true. There's forced proximity, and in the elevator, they decide to fake date for the holidays, so they do that. And then obviously there's a meet cute because they get stuck in an elevator, and it's kind of insta-lovey because it's a short little novella and it's a quick read, so definitely recommend. Yeah. But I rated it 4 stars. I guess I thought it was really cute. I don't really remember it. Definitely recommend if you're looking for something quick and easy to read this holiday season, because I really enjoyed it. Then we have another book that I haven't read. This is The Holiday Swap by Maggie Knox. This book follows two twin sisters, Charlie and Cass, who decide during the holiday times, when they're both struggling in their lives, to swap places, which is something they haven't done since they were like little kids. And they end up falling for 2 guys, like respectively, Miguel and Jake. They're worried about falling for these men when they're technically the other sister. It looks like we get both Charlie and Cass's perspective throughout the book, so that'll be interesting to get 2 separate storylines in one book. I think that'll be cool. Okay, this is another book that I have read, Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey. This came out years ago. So she is standing in front of this window display at this like big department store in New York City, and she's like silently judging it, and then this guy comes up and stands next to her and is like, oh, what are your thoughts? And she starts absolutely trashing the window display, and he turns out to be like the owner of this department store in this like big company. I guess his family owns it or something, and is like, if you really don't like it that much, I'm gonna hire you and you can fix it. And then they end up forming a connection and fall in love when she's working there. I think a lot of people didn't like this book, but I I liked it. Oh, I guess I rated it 3 stars. So I guess I didn't love it, but some people really liked it, some people didn't. But I love Tessa Bailey's writing always and forever. Give it a chance for yourself. Why not, you know? Like, I'm not gonna tell you not to read it just because I didn't personally absolutely love it. This is the 12 Dates of Christmas by Jenny Bayliss, and it follows Kate, who is just someone who hasn't had great luck in the dating department. Her best friend signs her up for this reality dating show where she goes on 12 different dates with 12 different guys, and they're all horrible. So I'm assuming she somehow ends up with someone who wasn't in the dating challenge, because it says maybe, just maybe, it's been right within her reach all along. So I'm assuming it has something to do with like someone she's known for a while or something like that. Okay, next up we have With Love from Cold World by Alicia Thompson. This I didn't actually realize was like kind of like a Christmassy, not Christmas, but it's like a winter book-ish. I don't know if I necessarily get the winter vibes from the back reading it because it takes place in Orlando, Florida. But this follows Lauren and Asa, who are co-workers, and they both work at Cold World, which is like a winter wonderland place in Orlando, Florida. Don't know how much sense that makes, but co-workers, workplace romance, that kind of vibe is what I'm getting, and they kind of have to work together to do something for their place of work, and with spending time together comes these feelings. Okay, the next 2 books both have 20% off with your Target card stickers on them, so just ignore them. Okay, just ignore the stickers. Faking Christmas by Carrie Winfrey. This book follows Laurel, who winds up in a fake marriage on this farm with her friend, who I guess recently got dumped by his wife. And at this like Christmas Eve dinner, her nemesis, her arch rival, shows up, and that's the main love interest. So I'm a little confused, but I randomly purchased this at Target one day and it looked cute. I fully judged the cover. I think it's gonna be good. I believe it. And then The Xmas Holidays by Zoe Allison is another book that I randomly saw at Target and purchased because the cover was cute. This book follows Maya and Sam, who are exes who wind up working at the same ski mountain together. It's giving second chance romance. I don't really know much else about it. It seems there was a lot of heartbreak in the end of their relationship that they kind of have to overcome and figure out. That's what I know about that. Finally, on the physical book part of this video, we have Love Light Farms by B.K. Borson. This is one of my all-time favorite books ever, and I also just love this entire series, but the first book in the series is Love Light Farms, and it's a Christmas book. This follows Stella and Luca, best friends, who were never anything more until this book, when they realized they actually have like deep, obsessed, in love feelings for each other. This is also a fake dating because Stella applies for this contest, and on her application she says she runs the farm with her boyfriend, but she doesn't have a boyfriend, so she asks Luca to stand in and pretend to be her boyfriend so that they can win this competition because it has a lot of money attached to it and they need the money for the farm. The rest of this whole series is so cute because it is very found family. The girl who runs the contest, Evelyn, is in the second book with Beckett, who I think is my favorite couple in the series, but I also love this, obviously, and it's very Christmassy because it takes place on a Christmas tree farm. Love Light Farms, duh. I love B.K. Borson's writing too. It has a really like cozy, comforting aspect to it that just like is perfect for the holiday season. Okay, so that is it for all the physical books on the holiday TBR, or books that I've already read for this holiday season. But I figured I would discuss some of the books that I've seen that are coming out this holiday season by some of my favorite authors and some people that you probably haven't heard of. So let's discuss, or maybe haven't heard of, I don't know. Okay, first up, one of my favorite authors, Stephanie Alves. Stephanie Alves is one of my all-time favorite indie authors, and you should definitely read her books if you haven't already. But she is coming out with a holiday book called Holly Jolly Christmas. I can't remember if it's out or if it's already out, but some of the tropes in this book are Luke and Lorelai vibes from Gilmore Girls, Grumpy Sunshine, ice skating, ooh, a 10-year age gap, give it to me now, slow burn, dual POV, we love, grumpy with everyone but her. Next up, we have the Under the Mistletoe Amazon novella series that's coming out. Tessa Bailey and Allie Hazelwood both have books in this collection that are coming out, which I'm very excited about. So Merry Ever After by Tessa Bailey actually came out today. And then Cruel Winter with You by Ali Hazelwood also came out today. And I'm assuming the rest of the books in the series came out as well. So also in that series is All by My Elf by Olivia Dade. Only Santa's in the Building by Alexis Daria, which I think is so funny and such a like cute little play on the Only Murders in the Building. And then Merriment and Mayhem by Alexandria Bellafleur. I don't know. Then Morgan Elizabeth, she's coming out with a holiday romance called If This Was a Movie, which is Single Dad and the Nanny. Forced Proximity, and then she also says it's life-size meets Enchanted vibes. Haven't seen either of those, so I don't know what that means, but if you've seen either of them, go off. And then Morgan Elizabeth also has another book, another holiday Christmas book called Big Nick Energy, which I think is so funny, which is already out, but she re-released it with a new cover recently. And then Morgan Elizabeth also wrote 'Tis the Season for Revenge. I think this came out last year. And then Lauren Asher, our icon, legend, and moment, is also coming out with a holiday book on November 21st called My December Darling. And this book follows a nurse and a doctor, so a little workplace romance. And it takes place in a small town on Lake Wisteria, which, if I'm not wrong, is the same lake that this takes place on. Yeah, Wisteria High. So I'm assuming this whole series is the same place that this book takes place in. It's like ex-best friend, so kind of like Second Chance E, best man and maid of honor, okay, cinnamon roll hero, we love. The cover's adorable too, like, can we talk about that? And then the rest of them, I have no idea what any of them are about. I'm just gonna quickly run through them because I just screenshotted them on Goodreads, okay? The Christmas Tree Farm by Lori Gilmore is the third book in the Dream Harbor series. This is a series that literally everyone and their mother has been talking about all fall because of the Pumpkin Spice Cafe and the Cinnamon Roll Bookstore or something like that. So everyone's been talking about these. Will I get to it? I don't know, but definitely want to. Definitely want to. The Mistletoe Motive by Chloe Leese has been on my radar since last year or the year before, and it also seems short, which I love. I love a short little romance. I love it. Give it to me. Give me all the novellas. Love them. Okay, then Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone have been coming out with these like holiday books since 2022, and there's like 5. So let's discuss. One thing I want to mention, guys, one thing I discovered this when I was looking these books up. Julie Murphy is the same person. Anyway, Julie Murphy is the same person who actually wrote Dumplin', which is a book that actually became a Netflix movie, which is one of my all-time favorite movies ever. I love Dumplin'. It's such a comfort movie. If you haven't watched that, watch it. But it's by Julie Murphy, who wrote all these books. So let's discuss. A Merry Little Meet Cute, also been on my radar for a couple years. Then we have Snow Place Like LA, and then A Holly Jolly Ever After. Then we have Seas and Greetings. It's like a novella, I believe. I'm confused. And then A Jingle Bell Mingle just came out recently, I believe. I definitely want to read all of those. All of them. That is every book that I want to read this holiday season. I hope you guys want to read them too. I don't know what this lighting is. I'm so sorry. It's just like the sun is moving and it's like now almost in front of me. But my eyes are like, I'm going blind, unfortunately. That is everything on my radar this holiday season. I hope this gave you a little bit of inspiration if you hadn't heard of any of these before, or at least some of them. And I hope I influenced you a little bit on the books that I have read, because I love a Christmas read. I really do. Anyway, now I'm gonna clean because I made a mess to film this video. There's books everywhere. What's new? I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.